What's up, guys? It's Mandalore from Mighty Wallets. Hope everyone's enjoying their July 4th weekend. America. I'm going to put out a short snippet, and by short I mean a half an hour segment of me on the Escape podcast. The hosts, Paul and Scotty, were very gracious. They offered to have me on. I humbly accepted. I'm only putting on the half an hour segment that I'm in, so for the full one, you have to subscribe to them. They're going to be in the description below, both their YouTube and their Discord, so make sure you like and subscribe and follow them. They are two great guys. They've had CG on their show. They're great guys to know and to listen to, and they're just gentlemen. So please like and subscribe to them. Enjoy.
The Escape Pod cast, the Roundtable.
Welcome back to the Escape Pod cast, and this is the Hollow Roundtable. And joining us at the Roundtable this week, we have two territory battle loving creators
nerds
of content and nerds. That's a good way to put it. Welcome to the show, Oki, and welcome to the show, Mandalore from Mighty Wallets. Oki, introduce yourself, Oki.
Well, I'm a TV battle officer. I've been doing TV since I joined the training guilds in my alliance. Maybe they gave me the job because I like spreadsheets. I like to count.
Oh, there's another one. Oh, there's two of you in the world.
One of us.
There's two of you in the world.
In fact, I'm gonna interject really quick, Scotty. I showed Oki the spreadsheet for the first time, and he and I together, he and I together have become the TB Sith Lords.
Oh God, there's spreadsheet Sith Lords. God help me.
Well, the spreadsheet is amazing.
Oh no, here we go. Okay, for all our listeners that are listening, just be prepared for the next 20 minutes. This is going to be all about Paul and Oki's love for spreadsheets. I'm sorry, but
and what guild do you represent in an alliance, Oki?
Well, currently I'm a TV officer from Dathomir. And, we proud ourselves with our efforts in TV. In the previous hot missions, we were very, very, very close to getting the 47 stars in Dark Side. Probably, I don't know, let's keep doing Geos, and maybe in 2 months we'll go back and maximize that map.
Yeah.
And I'm going to just really quick point out before throwing to Mandalore here is that you are dealing with a guild that shouldn't be hitting those 46, 47 stars if you're the average layman. I mean, you use the spreadsheets like I do to just totally min-max every single thing, but we'll get back to min-maxing everything.
Well, hang on. We'll get to that. We'll get to that in a second. I want to know. Well, Oki, what's your GP, man, of your guild?
168. But we started Geo with 165, and we got 19 stars
in Dark Side territory.
Wow.
Battle. That's awesome.
Yeah.
My goodness!
Yeah. So when I say Oki is my apprentice, he really is. But I need to get to him because he's been sitting there so patiently, laughing in the wings. Mandalore from, get this, Scotty. Mandalore's from Mighty Wallets. Welcome, Mandalore.
Hello, mate. Welcome to the Escape Podcast. And, I've got to say that, Paul, Oki's your boy. Mandalore's mine. I love this guy. Guys, if you haven't gone and checked out his video content yet on YouTube, what are you doing? Go over there and have a look at it. Like and subscribe to him in the description below. He is absolutely awesome. Dude, I saw your video. 30 stars for your guild in the Dark Side Geonosis territory battle. Man, that surprised the hell out of me. How'd you guys do it?
Yeah, mate. Well, I'm sure we're not as good at the numbers as Oki and Paul are, but we got a pretty good territory battle officer. And when you're running around with 270 million GP, you got to make moves.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were definitely pleasantly surprised to hit that 30. We were expecting more like the mid-20s, honestly.
Wow, man, that is sensational, and well done to you, man. And the gear pieces and everything that you got at that level, man. Talk us through some of that, because there's some pretty interesting stuff in there.
Yeah, I like that we're getting Get 1 and Get 2 by completing these GOTB. And the gear pieces obviously don't hurt. I still think the gear crunch is with G12 plus salvage. But yeah, definitely a very pleasant surprise.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And look, what was the outcome from your guild, man? Like, what was the full outcome? What did everyone say? How'd they feel about it?
Mixed emotions. There are some people in my camp that were happy with the level of difficulty, because if we had 33 starters straight away, I mean, it would have been great short term, but then long term it would have been kind of disappointing. I think, like, well, we have nothing to work for. So
Yeah.
some people really, really had a tough time. I had a very tough time with the special missions. I thought that simply G12ing all my separatists would be sufficient.
Yeah, me too.
I was wrong.
Yeah, me too.
So what did you? Where did you miss your 3 stars?
We missed our 3 stars in P4, the ground battles. Center, we only got 1 star, and then south, the bottom, we only got 2. So that's where we missed our 3 stars.
Were you close to 31, or was it straight out? We're not achieving this. Thanks for all your hard work. Relax the rest of the day.
Oh yeah, no, the latter. We were probably short by about 40 some odd million.
Okay. Yeah. Well, once we hit our 2nd star on the bottom, I'm like, we're done. We're done.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I totally understand that. Now, did any of you, how many of you guys in Mighty Wallets were able to complete the Wat Tambor mission, and did anybody in your group complete the Acklay?
We had one guy literally one guy beat the Acklay.
No.
Still haven't figured out how he did it. Yeah, one guy.
I bet he's still sitting there scratching his head saying, how did I do it?
It may have been a complete accident, in all honesty. And then we got 13 Wat Tambor shards. I think TI Blue got 19, so they were just ahead of us.
Wow. That's incredible. That's awesome. Wat Tambor, eh?
So TI Blue got 19, they got 13. So guys, there are only 29 Wat Tambor shards out in the wild.
Yeah. It's a bit like that. I want to go back to Oki because, man, 165,000 guild, GP guild, and yet you guys bought it with the stars, man. How did you guys go about it, man? Like, was it all very systematic and you followed in the footsteps of Paul like a good young Padawan does?
Well, yeah,
Sith Lord. He is my
Sith Lord,
apprentice. Yes.
Well, it's very difficult, GOTV, because we don't have as many teams as Mandalore has, with G13s. So you already saw it, firsthand. It's really, really difficult. We were expecting even lower stars, really, because they were saying that the ceiling was so high on the battles. So on my estimates, I was playing with lower numbers, on completion. Now, what I did determine at the beginning, they were a little angry at me, and say, we are going to cut phase 4, because we don't have the ammunition right now, to battle phase 4. So what we did is by doing 2 times phase 3, the middle territory. That's how we maximize the stars. Well, very hard. Very hard. No, we really need to improve more. No, well, it has to give effort. No, it's not only the officers.
Yeah, right. Wow, that's very.
I gotta say, that's really smart, man. That's really smart to just forego P4 and finish up P3 like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now we did fleets on all phases. No, in all phases in P4 we even got 2 stars on fleet. That was amazing. and in the other ones, well, we got 3, 2, 2. So
let's look back at those fleets. I mean, those fleets were brutal in phases 2 and 3. I mean, I correct me if I'm wrong here. Phase 2 required that you have the Chimera.
Yes, you need
for those
Chimera,
of you getting last week. The Chimera, and you got a Vulture droid out of it.
A Thrawn ship should not have been there.
And then the other one, no, Thrawn's ship should not have been there. It should be the Malevolence, and we know that. And darn it, CG, in our secret CG spies, just bring it out already.
Yeah, it's a placeholder.
Yeah,
I agree. I think it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, with that being said, though, the other one required the bugs, and then after that, the other one, in phase 4 or phase 3, there were 2 ship battles, but it was only 1 in phase 4. So you're able to breathe in and give it your all after you've done your platoons.
You know, it's funny you should say that, Paul, because that was the only fleet battle that I won was phase 4.
So that's the phase 4 fleet is a double-edged sword, right? It's easier because you only have 1 battle, but that means you get fewer territory points because the battles are like 2 million plus if you complete them. So it's kind of a double-edged sword there.
But also you have the advantage on that, Mandalore, that you already know that it's going to be the negotiator. So
That's
when we
true.
put the orders, I already told them, hey, it's going to be the negotiator. Don't. So you already sent your best fleet, and since we didn't do phase 4, the platoon impact it was only for phase 4, so we didn't even platoon. So everyone could use the Houndstooth and the Chimera to beat the negotiator.
Yeah.
And that is the perfect segue into the controversial topic of platoons.
Oh, yes.
Did you fill everything that you could? And Oki, you hang in there for a second. I want to hear what Mighty Wallets did first.
Oh, well, we have the benefit of having some behemoth-sized rosters. So we made it a point to max out platoons. Certainly for P4, no one touched any missions before the platoons were filled. Obviously, those are kind of expensive with the number of Darth Revans and Malaks that are in there. But while we, for the most part, can afford it, I mean, I don't know how the smaller guilds did it because they're very expensive platoons.
Absolutely, I agree. But there was one thing I did actually want to throw out there, actually, to you, Mandalore. And did anyone in your guild, man? Did anyone get through that Asajj and Dooku only mission, and also the one where Dooku's trying to escape? Did anyone get through those?
I think most, if not all of us, got through the Dooku and Asajj one. If you watch my video, I think I lost one of them. I lost Dooku, I think, but I completed it. But for the P4 one, I don't think anyone made it through there. I mean, we had a bunch of guys complete one wave. I was playing my buddy's account. I completed one wave, but on my own account, of course, I wiped like within the first 10 seconds.
Yeah.
I was waiting for those who didn't get to see it and can't exactly go and watch the video right now, just tease them a little bit of what's waiting on the other side of that first phase that you get wiped on.
So on my account, again, I pulled Shock T right there in the first phase, so I was dead within 10 seconds. But
I had it too.
On my buddy's account, I made it to the second wave, and unsurprisingly, it is General Kenobi, Padawan Anakin, and Grandmaster Yoda, and they are no joke.
Yeah, I had Shark T.
We'll revisit that.
I managed to get through Shark T in phase 1, but I failed in phase 2. Paul, as you know, in that phase 4, man, like I sent you guys screenshots, and it just had like the laughing emoji of how far I got. I think I only got through the first phase on about 3 missions, wasn't it, Paul? And the others I just got smashed. Didn't even get past the
Did
first
the same
round.
as me.
Yeah, didn't even get past. Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
you
crazy.
did the same as me.
It was crazy.
Oh, okay. Oki. Now let's revisit the platoons here. Did you fill every one that you could, or did you hold off? Did you say we don't need this bonus, or we don't need this unbuff?
Okay, so on phase 4 we didn't do platoons since we didn't do any missions there, and in the other missions, I don't know. It's a controversial feeling, no, because they were very expensive platoons, and some of the buffs really didn't help at all. Like the rocket trooper, yeah, in phase 2 it does help, no, but in phase 3 it does nothing.
Hopeless. Yeah, I agree with you. And in fact, I'm glad that you brought that up, because that was my next part. Was about that, the rocket trooper, and also, look, the other buffs that you get. I mean, like, it's not good enough against those clones. Those clones just wipe you. It's like a sheet of toilet paper.
Yep. The only platoons I really think are worth it for phase 3 is in the bottom, which removes the insta kill. That one you need definitely for 6.
Yeah.
That is mandatory. And yeah, maybe the rocket trooper for phase 2 and like an additional mid shield.
How did you guys find it over in your guild, Mandalore? With those buffs you were getting, when you filled those platoons. I mean, like, did you find them helpful at all, or did you find them more problematic? I found it, for mine, I actually found it more problematic if I was using the separatist team of the Geos. And I actually accidentally called the droid in, and I didn't get Brood Alpha to get his brood in. I actually found that was actually worse, bringing in the droid than bringing in the Brood Alpha. I thought, oh, cool, I'll have 7 here, you beauty, let's go. Not realizing that, no, you can only have 6. Did anyone else make the same mistake with you guys, Mandalore?
I mean, I kind of did, because I actually think I had the B2 rocket trooper up, and I tried to call the brute, so that was a waste. I think I did that a couple of times.
Yeah.
But going back to the platoons and the buffs, or removing the buffs, killing or disabling the clone ATTE, I agree, is definitely the more important of the 2 sections. Certainly more important than the Hailfire tank or the other one. But yeah, so we made it a point to disable the ATTE first one. Absolutely.
Yeah, good move. Good move. Smart move. Yeah. Paul?
That's the same thing that I did, Scotty,
I know.
But, having that Hellfire did help.
It did. If you're going for the Wat Tambor shards, the Hellfire does help. If you can get it to land. If they resist and resist and resist, it's useless. And that's the thing. They need to turn down the tenacity on those clones so that things land.
Or you need to up the potency on the person that calls in the Hellfire, because it's based on your character that you use to call it in.
Yeah.
Remember that. So don't send in don't activate it with somebody that doesn't have high potency. If they've got 10% potency and you expect debuffs to land, that ain't gonna happen, buddy.
Okay, well, there we go. I just learned something today, which is good. So there we go. I'm happy to take this. Look, I'm not the territory battle guy, and I don't claim to be.
This.
I just enjoy it.
Let me say this, Scotty. Yeah, you're right into my coattails when it comes to territory battles.
Oh, damn straight.
I love you. But you guys said that the B2 rocket droid helped in phase 2. Well, for those that are crying, don't do the rocket droid because he's useless. We just heard that the B2 rocket droid helps in phase 2. Well, guess what? You build it in phase 1, and it goes the entire territory battle. And if you think that any of the lesser droids are going to be any more help, you got another thing coming. So build that. Sacrifice the initial platoons for that B2 battle droid that is going to help you in phase 2.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, guys, I wanted to go into a different sort of a way here. And that is, I wanted to throw over to Mandalore something as well, because I've been a fan of Mandalore. Was introduced to me not so long ago, and ever since then I've actually been following a lot of what you do on YouTube, man. And man, I've got to say that some of the stuff you've been doing is just absolutely sensational. You've actually got a number of different videos, man, where you actually do different roster reviews for people, which is really cool. You've got an entire Night Sister Counters series, including getting your Phoenix squad to actually beat the Night Sisters, which is just insane and ludicrous. Same with the Ewoks as well, man, which is great. And, there's so many other great videos on there as well, man. And, mate, look, I've got to ask you, what's been your most popular video so far?
Well, first of all, I really appreciate you digging into the bowels of my channel. Thank you very much. Honestly, I think I've gotten the most views over the last week with when I unlocked Brood Alpha, maxed Brood Alpha, Zetaed Brood Alpha, and then the relevant territory battles videos. I definitely have gotten the most views on those. Also, a couple of my Marauder series with Darth Revan, just one-shotting Malak. I got a video up there. I think that's Marauder one-shots Malak for like 188,000 HP. I would say those are my most popular ones. Yeah. But I really appreciate you watching all of those, man. Wow.
Man, I went through all of this, brother, and, this is the thing that I do. I love doing it. And, look, I, for one, actually zated my Brood Alpha as soon as I saw you'd done it. The only thing is I haven't done his leadership. I just did his unique because, as you say in your video, his unique is probably more worthwhile than his leadership right now. So if you've only got one Zeta to give, then that's the one to give it. And that's exactly what I did, man. I followed your advice, and Brood Alpha is a good character at Gear 12, but I haven't got him all the way up to where you've got him at nearly Gear 13. So, man, you're doing well.
I actually just 13'd him yesterday.
Wow.
Ah, yes.
Nice.
Yes. I'm following in your footsteps. I just need those stupid challenge eyeballs.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. Have you played him yet? Have you given him a crack as in any other sort of, synergies or anything? You've been testing him?
I tested him a little bit this morning. I tested a full Geos team. I even remodded my Poggle for full health to try and keep him alive. To little avail. He desperately needs a rework.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. Well, we know that the Geo rework is coming, so let's just hope that. And I think that that'll certainly make those Geonosian missions a whole lot easier in the territory battle as well. As soon as they get that rework, especially the Acklay. Oh, they are in desperate need of a rework. And the Wat Tambor mission, yes, it's doable. You've got to have the right mods and everything to do it. But, at the time that all that information was released, I'd already done it and got beaten. So, oh, well.
Yeah. The special missions were especially hard.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, absolutely. But no, I digress. Seriously, guys, go and like him. Mandalore MW1. If you type that into YouTube, you will find him, and subscribe to this channel. Let me tell you, this guy is a very, very, very clever man. And in fact, when it comes to everything that he's doing, if you want to see how the top end guilds perform, that's where you need to go. And Paul, I'll let you give the plug to our very good friend Oki right here as well.
I mean, Oki will. Oki, you're in the spreadsheets server, SWGOH sheets, and you have, when I first showed you the sheet, you were like, "Oh, this is great! I could do this, this, and this," and I'm going, "Wait, yeah, you could do that," and you created. You were the one that passed it along. Do you want to kind of pimp what you created that ended up in the actual official sheet from Pop Goes to Waza?
Well, yeah, I've been checking some things there. I have fix some bugs there at the beginning. On the scripting, I also have made my own version with different estimate engine in order to actually enter more information for each member performance on the ground missions. So like a finer control of the estimates, I have also provided to them that. And also once the platoons got static, I also sent Pop several proposals on how to calculate the required unit. So every time I can do something to help, I always do it. Now, going back to Mandalore, no, I also watch your videos, no, because all the information that you can find is good, no. So it really helps us, no, us lower guilds in order to see how the top guilds perform. So that gives us a hint of what we can do to improve, no. So that's what we also do with the sheets, no.
Absolutely, man. I could not agree with you, more on that. That is sensational. And well done to both of you guys. I mean, both of your guilds absolutely just caning it in the territory battle. Well done to both of you. And look, you know what, I mean this seriously, guys. Go and have a look at Mandalore's videos because, wow, mind blown. Go and do it.
With that being said, I gotta have him do it, Scotty. Can you give us a count impression there, Oki?
Oki's okay. For those of you that want to know, Oki's avatar is the Count from Sesame Street. I love it. Number one. Love it.
Yeah, once I started being the TV officer, that's when our guild leader put me the avatar. So,
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
2 stars on Geonosis.
Very good. All right, well, stick around because coming up very, very soon on the Escape Podcast, the Nev's going to join us for a bit of a chat. And for this one today, you will really want to tune in for this one. So make sure you hang around for that right here on the Escape Podcast.